No sooner have you rung the ornate bell than the face of a lizard woman surfaces from behind a rock up on the ledge before you. Her stare is as sharp as the bolt eyeing you from atop her crossbow.
Stand back and keep your hands off your weapons! Convince me you're no Magister, or draw one last deep breath.
She notices your collar, and you can see the tension ease out of her martial pose.
No, I suppose you don't look like a Magister. Those dogs don't leash their own. Except for Alexander himself, as it happens. I apologize for the steel-tipped welcome, but lives are at stake. Hold on, I'll let you up.
With one graceful motion, the lizard throws down a tangled mess of vines for you to climb.
Come, ascend to the Sanctuary of Amadia. You'll find you're not the only guest here, but the Great Mother provides for all.
I'm fading.
The Red Prince interrupts as you're about to speak.
This woman is a dreamer. I can see the answers spinning in her eyes. Do rest your legs for a bit while I question her. You're too kind.
Red Prince and the Dreamer exchange courteous pleasantries, as if they're finding themselves in a palace hall instead of a death-ridden swamp. She introduces herself as Bahara. To your surprise, they next lie down on the ground in a seemingly warm embrace and fall asleep. What follows, though, is far from peaceful. They claw and thrash as if struggling for dear life, caught in the hold of some hideous nightmare. Then they wake, haggard, exhausted. They speak of a vision, Brahmos, and another red lizard.
Praise the daylight. I am now. There was death in that dream, chasing me like 100 hungry lions. But at least I've new directions. When we escape and find ourselves on the mainland once more, I must search for Brahm. Then I will finally know the truth, the very secret of my soul.
Be welcome to this sanctuary. Amadia's eye in the storm.
You tried your best, Anne. I'm glad you're safe now.
We aren't really safe here, are we?
So long as Gareth returns, we will be.
He said his name. Barely even knew that much. But still.
You tried your best, Anne. I'm glad you're safe now.
We aren't really safe here, are we?
So long as Gareth returns, we will be.
Don't worry, Jules. Save your strength. You're alive! Wasn't sure you would be. Samadel, this is the one I told you about.
The dishevelled lizard eyes you with hope, though her hope is tinged with mistrust.
Han tells me you helped him out of Fort Joy. For that, you have my thanks. Can I ask if... Did you happen to meet a man named Gareth on your way here?
He'll be back, Samadel. I know he will. He has to.
He has to, indeed. We need our leader.
And if he doesn't return with help soon, we haven't a hope. Have you heard of Shriekers?
Han looks down with a flinch. Samadel reaches out, grasping his hand. Her jaw tightens.
They're weapons that can kill with a screech. The Magisters patchwork them from living sorcerers. Don't misunderstand me. We're not afraid to fight, but we are powerless against Shriekers. The priestess at the shrine told Gareth some ancient secrets, some defenses that could be found in Brackus' armory, and he went there in the hopes of finding it, whatever it is. You're kind to offer, but you'd best talk to Gareth's squire, Exeter. He'll know where your talents can be most used. Now, Han, let's take a look at your nasty leg injury.
Catch you later, Skipper. It's good you're here.
Notice the wound is festering. It needs to be changed.
More junk. Most of this is scrap.
Bless and protect your humble servant.
Amidst the placid little pond, the face of a goddess lies half submerged in the water. Rivulets stream from her deep-set eyes like endless cascades of sunlit tears. You feel peaceful in her presence, soothed somehow by an intangible comfort. As you gaze upon her loving face, you find yourself drawn into a trance-like state. A voice seems to reach you from within your mind and from the furthest reaches of the stars. Its whispers caress you like a breeze. The voice grows stronger, like a breeze picking up. What were whispers become words.
Bless and protect your humble servant.
My children, my children. Gone are my children. Dead are they in the cradle I have wrought.
A feeling of indescribable sadness assails you. It feels like your heart merges with the spirits, torn together by a coil of thorns.
My child, weep with me for the mother who has lost. Weep with me and bathe in the tears of Amadia.
Please, Amadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
You feel the goddess's presence surround you, feel her nestle you tenderly like a mother. The intensity of her embrace deepens. Never since the unremembered days of childhood have you been so enveloped in maternal safety.
My child, I love you. My own, I will guard you. Wander where you will, and cherish the kiss of Amadia.
As suddenly as it came, the voice is gone, and you wake from its presence as if from dream-filled slumber. The pond now shines with an inner light, and standing in its waters, you feel rejuvenated.
Amadia's grace, blessings upon this day.
The goddess's tears still stream freely, but an aura of loving calm now...
The gods are asleep.
Please, Amadia, bless and protect your humble servant. By Amadia's grace, what did you do? This is incredible. In all my years, I've never seen the goddess bestow her blessing on someone. I am humbled to be in your presence. Perhaps once, when the seven gods were still strong. But it has been many years since this was anything other than a pond for me to pray at. Amadia's strength waned when the divine Lucian accepted the power of the Seven. This is most unusual. Truly, we are blessed to know you. If Amadia favors you, that is all I need to know. Go in peace, brother. And what might that be, O blessed child? Gareth. He set off to find the soul-forged weapons of Brachus Rex. A brave mission, and a dangerous one. North of here, you'll find the ruins of Brachus's Source Armory. Nothing in this land can counter the Shrieker's power like those weapons. Without them, the Seekers are truly hopeless. Walk ever in Amadia's grace, child. Smoke and screams, echoes of death.
Maybe we should fortify this place.
Gareth,
Make us down.
please come back.
A grim-faced man sifts through a pile of badly damaged weapons, salvaging the repairable, ditching the broken. He picks up a rapier, the blade nicked and splintered, the hilt twisted. He holds the damaged blade up to the light.
This was Halorn's blade. It was his first, it was also his last. He didn't intend to die here, but die here he did. He was an ordinary soul with an extraordinary heart, Halorn, and he died for what he believed. What did Halorn believe in? He believed in truth. He believed in hope. He believed that Alexander is a killer of Godwoken. I believe that on one point at least, he was right.
The point breaks away, leaving a jagged edge. The sword is shorter now, but it'll do more damage.
Who are you?
He realizes, to his surprise, that he holds the weapon in his hand, ready for battle. He smiles to himself, tucks the weapon away, and gets back. He works fast, checking weapons to...
The blade is thirsty. Now, what can I do you for? Nice doing business with you. I wish I had better wares to offer.
Please, Amadia, bless and protect your humble servant. Please, Amadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
He works fast.
The blade is thirsty. Nice doing business with you. I wish I had better wares to offer.
He looks up from his...
Help you? Nice doing business with you. I wish I had better wares to offer.
Serviceable.
Your humble servant.
So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death.
A young man in oversized armor paces around a table covered with a spread of maps, his face a tight scowl of frustration.
Every approach blocked. Oh, damn it! What good are battle tactics against those things, anyway?
He glances up. In quick succession, he becomes aware of both your presence and the fact that you're not a familiar face.
Who the blazes are you? Ifan, eh? On the run from Fort Joy, are you? A seeker can always recognize a sorcerer when they see one. Though, of course, your collar gives you away.
So close your sweet eyes and rest.
Echoes of death.
You meant Verdus. Then he's as good as dead. We're the seekers he spoke of. We were supposed to free him. Instead, we've failed him. Seekers, well, we guard the true principles of Lucian. There are sorcerers who can follow in his path and become divine, godwoken. We seek them. Verdus was a godwoken, our best hope. Our last hope, most likely. We tried to free him, but we failed. Now all we can do is flee. The Magisters have us cornered. They have these weapons called Shriekers. If we try to go against them unprepared, we're dead. We've lost many already. Our chances are dwindling. It seems as though someone's been killing what few Godwoken there are. Alexander himself is Godwoken, but he hasn't risen yet. Hasn't succeeded his father as the Divine. I wouldn't put it past him killing other Godwoken to eliminate any competition. If he's behind this, then he's putting the future of Rivellon at stake just to soothe his bruised ego. We need to get... They were sorcerers once, but after whatever perversions the Magisters subjected them to, they're death incarnate. If they can see you, they can kill you. Instantly. After we retreated here, our leader, Sir Gareth, set out looking for some ancient weapons that could counter those things. Then we could break the Magister blockade and escape this island. But he hasn't returned. If Sir Gareth doesn't come back with those weapons in tow, well, this island will be our grave. You'll help us?
His shoulders visibly relax, the weighty armor upon them settling with a clink.
Thank you. Allies are in short supply in this place. If you help us, I promise we'll get you as far away from this place as possible. Please ask. Whatever helps.
He narrows his eyes, yet doesn't say anything.
None. He set out to find those source weapons.
Please come back.
The birds are asleep. The moon's in the sky. The seven...
A dwarf stands by a young woman. He seems intensely focused on her, whispering and singing softly in her ear. She's staring blankly into space.
Blood and bone. Fire and smoke. Death and worse.
Hush now, Leia. They'll not hurt you again. You're safe now. Once Gareth gets back, we're going home. You'll see. He'll be fine.
The woman rubs her neck, raking her nails across her skin as she whimpers. The dwarf starts at the sound of your voice, gripping the woman's arm for a moment before he relaxes.
New faces. Hope you aren't bushwhacked by the Magisters too. As for her neck, she's remembering the damnable source colours she once wore. Same style as yours. Lucky for us, she had the skills to remove them. There's many a sorcerer that's been freed thanks to her.
The woman's eyes dart to your own neck.
Choke us. They strangle us, steal our voices.
Please, Amadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
She averts her eyes, staring at the ground.
They'll have more luck getting Dallas to unlock them. The poor girl's not in her best mind without Gareth. Gareth's the only one that brings her out of herself. Without him, she's... well...
Duggan lays his hand on her shoulder, squeezing it tight as tears roll down her cheeks.
We were part of the caravan headed to Fort Joy. Shiny collars and all. Gareth and the Seekers ambushed the caravan and freed us. Saved every one of us from that hell. But now he's off searching for weapons to take down them shriekers. And all we can do is sit here, thinking about the Godwoken we didn't save.
From fragments to whole. From their past to our future. From their hope to ours.
She ain't detailed, but she ain't wrong. The Godwoken are our hope that a new divine can be born. Someone to replace Lucian and push back them Voidwoken. Someone to restore order and protect the source. I'd speak to Exeter if you want to know more. There's ways, but I ain't privy to them. One thing I do know, mind. The Voidwoken have their number. They react to Godwoken like no one else.
Barking dogs in wolves' clothing. Teeth in the sea. Teeth in the swamp. Teeth in the air.
Aye, there's enough of them about. But don't you worry none. Gareth will be back soon. Then we'll be home in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. We were part of the caravan headed to Fort Joy. Shiny collars and all. Gareth and the Seekers ambushed the caravan and freed us. Saved every one of us from that hell. But now he's off searching for weapons to take down them shriekers. And all we can do is sit here, thinking about the Godwoken we didn't save.
The dwarf starts to sing softly as the woman rocks slowly in her seat. Duggan stands over Leia, singing.
There, lass. Don't. Now those you cry. The birds are asleep.
Leave me be.
My Lucian's locks. Stop fidgeting, lad.
Samadel's focus and attention is wholeheartedly devoted to tending Han's leg.
Matis, let me change your dressing.
Oh, I'm fine. Swear. See to the others. Oh.
The young woman chews her lower lip as she observes the injured before her. She bends to grab a rag, wiping her blood-smeared hands. She looks up and sees you.
If you're looking for healing, sorcerer, well, there's not much I can do.
The woman wrings the blood-stained rag in her hands anxiously.
Magisters aren't known for their mercy. Many of us died. And the ones here will likely follow the same fate, by a slower road. I've done all I can. Their wounds are too great. All I can offer them now is prayer and a cup of water. If you know a way, I'd be beyond grateful. Magic? All I've got is my own two hands.
She trails off and limply gestures to her paltry...
I'm not even a healer. Ours was killed in the attack. A few hours ago, that might have helped. Look at their pallor. Only magic can pull them back from the brink now. Do what you will. Just don't cause them any more suffering. Focus on your breathing, Jules. Slow and deep.
In an instant, my wounds have all but vanished. I didn't think. Thank you. The Magister flagship. It has ballastay that tore our ship into kindling. A shard from our own mast pierced my side. I'm lucky the others managed to haul me all the way here. Especially after I saw what the Magisters did to those of us they captured.
He shudders at the memory.
They turned the living into shriekers. Crucified. I wish I had a fitting way to thank the person who saved my life. As it is, all I can offer is, well, it's not much, but maybe you'll find some use for it. Thank you.
Matis, he owes you his life. You have
That's
my
better.
thanks.
I'm fine. Swear. See to the others.
Please! Take the pain away!
You healed me. How did you... Oh, never mind. I don't care how. I only care that today won't be my last.
He nods, with a determined grimace.
A lot of what happened was a blur after I was hit. But I do remember the screams. Those magisters are gonna pay in blood for what they...
If my mother were here, she'd box my ears for not being able to thank you properly. Though I reckon that...
Please, heal them all.
My Lucian's locks, stop fidgeting, lad.
I'm trying to keep these wounded calm and comfortable. Unless you can help somehow.
I feel better.
The lizard holds a crimson-soaked rag against his side. He looks up as you approach, his expression oddly serene.
Magisters, they found our camp near the old harbour and unleashed hell upon us. I'm lucky in a way. I was wounded by an arrow. It wasn't just sword and spear the Magisters used on us. No, they had these weapons. Living beings, depleted of source and crucified, pathetic to look at until... the power that they unleashed. There was nothing we could do. Only run. Shriekers they're called. I can still hear that sound they uttered.
Sir Gareth is looking for a way to defeat them now.
Stop fidgeting, lad.
We are fortunate indeed to have you.
Healed? What? Please? Healed?
My Lucian's
What?
locks, stop fidgeting, lad.
Someone healed me. I was bound for death, and they saved me. It's a miracle.
He lands a comradely slap on your back. His strength has definitely returned.
Don't you doubt it. This old war serpent's still got some fight left in him, especially now that wound is healed. The Magisters attacked our camp back at the harbour. I caught one of their arrows right in my side. That would have been a slow death. I've seen it before.
It seems the wounded will pull through. Thank the gods.